Well. Welcome back to Rants. As you can see, I have a new skin. And I thought this was thematically appropriate because, well, searching for a world that doesn't... Could you get off me? Could you get off me? Because searching for a world that doesn't exist in Minecraft ARGs and stuff. You get the idea. Today we're going to talk about uh, the weird Minecraft ARG that has been on my channel. And I don't know why, but there's a Minecraft ARG on my channel. Even though I don't like ARGs that much. But whatever. Let's talk about it. So if you haven't caught up with the story yet, or if you just don't know what to talk about, because I've been trying to record this stuff, kind of get it out there to figure out the mystery. First of all, no, I did not go crazy. My buddies were wondering that after my previous upload, in which I screamed at the top of my lungs after seeing the Vecna. But to understand what that is, or what's going on, let me explain. Essentially, one day I was on my YouTube channel, just checking out my views, subscribers, stuff like that. Because why not? And then I saw an upload that I did not, upload. I reacted to it, basically saying, oh, hey, I didn't upload this, or I didn't make this, I think is what the comment was. I don't remember. Either way, that's what I said. I said it. Bing, bang, boom. I just kind of ignored it from then on because, well, in my mind, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a previous upload that I had made that got, like, delayed. Or maybe it was some kind of upload that I had made previously that got deleted and then re-uploaded. Passively. I don't know. Maybe it was an upload that got copyright struck for some reason. But in my mind, something was odd here. And I just kind of ignored it until recently. Well, not recently, until they released another goddamn episode of this. And that's when I knew something was wrong, because things started to get more eerie. The tone shift to that of, well, a Minecraft ARG. And, yeah. What was going on? That's all I could think about. It's just what was happening. These worlds, these uploads, I wasn't making these. And not even that, the worlds weren't on my PlayStation account. They weren't on my anything. I don't own a PC, so it couldn't be uploaded from a PC, and it also has the PlayStation stuff, so, like, what was happening? So, I was just trying to figure this out. I watched all the new uploads, I was trying to figure out what was happening. Maybe I was hacked, maybe someone was pretending to be me, I don't know. I looked into it, and, I found nothing. So I just kind of ignored it. Until things got more personal, making references to things that I had experienced in the past and talking about things that I would remember, and uh things boiled over when all of a sudden another one of these weird ARG things started popping up. This time it seemed like it was a different person, but it was the same account. I don't know. It's still my account, which is weird, but yeah. This time it was a different person. And the reason I could tell it was a different person is because, first of all, they had a different Minecraft skin on. But, that could be coincidence. But also, they were acting different. More aggressive, I guess? I don't know. And then from each upload onward, it seemed like that this person was more and more different from the last. I don't know what was happening. I didn't know what was happening. I was confused. And then that person disappeared as well, and now we got a new person who didn't even talk half the time. Actually, most of the time. So, yeah, and then things boiled over when they entered some kind of fucking weird underground tunnel system, and, ARG stuff ensues. Until they found something called the Vecna and activated it, and then boom, something, something happened. And then all of a sudden, I could go into those worlds. I could actually find them. So I streamed it. I went into the worlds, and I discovered the mysteries. And those mysteries led me to nothing. Absolutely nothing. Until I went into that exact place where the last guy was. There were signs talking to me. I just kind of ignored them. I went down into where the Vecna was, and, well, let me explain what happened. And what exactly this Vecna is. Because it ain't the D&D one, I'll tell you that much. Or maybe? I don't know. What the Vecna did was... It worked kind of like... Well, let me explain its functions, I guess. What it does is, well, a couple of things. First of all, the Vecna appears to be some kind of weird ritualistic shrine or something. And what it does is open portals to different worlds. That's what they were trying to do, was to get a portal open so I could go into that world. And they succeeded. Somehow. It also works like, well, kind of like a knowledge dump. I looked back at the footage from the stream. It just looked like a bunch of jumbled words. And that also confused me because what I was seeing was completely different. It was like uploading images into my brain or something. It hurt a lot. Like the worst migraine I think I've ever had in my life. I think I'm still suffering from that migraine. My head is killing me. I can't lie. I need some headache medicine or something right now. Like seriously, my head is killing me. This isn't. I need, Jesus Christ, my head hurts. Either way, yeah. Uh, that's what happened. But what was this? What was this world? How did this get here? And well, I have answers to that now because I was wondering these things when I interacted with this thing. So I got information that probably is not the best, but at the same time, any information helps. And I guess I'm sharing that information now, so yeah. Let me explain. The Vecna gave me information on exactly what was happening, but it was kind of in pieces. These pieces weren't in order either, they were all jumbled together, so I kind of had to piece together what was happening and do something more coherent. And, here's what I got. The drowned outside is being very annoying. Okay, anyway. So, what are these worlds? And from my understanding of it, these are my old worlds from my PlayStation 4 era. And, yeah, the PS4 era of Minecraft was good and all, but, like, why are these here? They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't exist. When I ported my stuff over from PS4 to PS5, all these worlds got corrupted. They should not exist at all. In fact, I don't know how they exist. That part was never quite explained, but they really just shouldn't. These are worlds that I abandoned for a while. And they weren't like this when I left them either. They were a bit different from what I remember. So, what was happening? Well, let me explain. And explain what this entity is. This entity is something ancient, not just bound to Minecraft like Hero Brian or something. It's kind of like a. The only thing I can really think of is Pennywise right now. So, yeah, it's kind of like Pennywise. An ancient evil that came to this world from a portal. Now, it only had enough energy to make one jump to one world, and it made the jump to my PlayStation 4. There is that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, made the jump to my PS4 Minecraft world. So, from there, it kind of restored it. And since it was out of energy and couldn't jump to a new world, I guess it decided to use this. Now, why would it jump to a Minecraft world in the first place? That's something I was also wondering, and that's the answer I got. The reason, it saw that Minecraft ARGs are popular. Yeah, simple as that. It saw that Minecraft ARGs were popular in recent times and decided, you know what, if it wants to get recognition, it should do that. But why would it want recognition? Well, it feeds on curiosity, it feeds on fear, it feeds on emotion. But I guess curiosity and fear are just like all that extra sweetness. Once again, back to that Pennywise theme. Which is crazy because recently Pennywise got a TV show and like I wasn't even. This shit started 6 months ago. Yeah. Uh. So there's that. I. Oh. Oh, it's daytime again. Anyway, after this happened, it seems like this entity just kind of had to make some backup plan. So, it took memories from these worlds, my memories, and, well, shaped them into beings. These beings were, well, you guessed it, my characters. Now, what do I mean by my characters? Well, I mentioned how I played on these worlds back in middle school. Well, or I guess I used to play on these worlds back in middle school, and I had a knack for storytelling, to say the least. God, I feel embarrassed saying this, but they're based on my old Minecraft YouTube videos that I used to post back in the day, and based on the characters from those. Specifically, the very stereotypical characters that I made back then. So that's who they are. EK is Evil Kai from back in the day when I was making weird story plot lines in my Minecraft videos for fun. I was a bit weird back then. And from what I could tell, N is noob, which is based on those old hacker versus pro versus noob videos. For some reason I liked those. I don't know. I was weird back then. And S probably standard for smart guy, who is Guystein, who is also the smart guy. So there's that. M was probably MJ. And that was essentially like the cool guy attitude. Or I guess personality. I don't know. It was very weird. And S and or I guess Scott, as they say, probably. No, wait, I already said S, but yeah, Scott probably is supposed to be Scotsman, which, in my mind, Scotsman is the angry guy, but not like the just angry at life guy, but more like the fun kind of angry guy, like the incoherent anger, like a true Scotsman. Hence the name. I don't know who the sixth guy is. I didn't make a sixth personality as far as I can tell, and this guy doesn't seem to fit any of the other personalities I've made. Although, he didn't talk much in the videos he was shown in, so, he very well could be one of the personalities I made, or the characters I made, but I don't know, because he didn't talk much. Either way, it's just an interesting idea. Well, that explains where those guys came from and what they are, but, like, what is this entity exactly? Why would it want to join a sucky Minecraft world made by a guy who doesn't even have double-digit followers? Seems like a mistake on its behalf. And like I said, it didn't have enough energy to try again, so why my Minecraft world? My best guess is that it didn't mean to join my Minecraft world, and this was just a random process, and it just got really unlucky, not only getting a guy who had abandoned this Minecraft world completely, but also a guy whose YouTube channel was completely vacant of any subscribers. I mean, sure, I got, like, double-digit subscribers, but I don't even have subscribers in the triple digits. So, whatever this entity is pretty dumb. But I guess it had to do this, or else it couldn't get recognition or any kind of power back. After all, it feeds on curiosity, and, well, I was damn curious as to what was happening. So, yeah. But it seems like its search for curiosity was a double-edged sword. It didn't think I'd go as far as searching for the answers that deep. Where I'd actually go into these worlds and search for those answers. That's why I was begging and pleading that I didn't go forward. It didn't want me to find out what it was, because then it couldn't feed. Because then it couldn't, well, exploit my fears. As a wise man once said, the greatest fear is the fear of the unknown. For what we do not know, we do not understand. And for what we don't understand, we can't truly face. So, it seems like that's what was happening. This entity didn't want to be known. It wanted its mystery to, well, grow, almost. It reminds me of, ironically, a killer from Dead by Daylight called the Unknown. Now, okay. Before you click off this, because Dead by Daylight is cringe or whatever, let me explain. The Unknown is a being that is kind of a mystery, but we do know its motives. It wants to garner a mystery that will impress everyone. It takes credit for things that the entity has done and is, all things considered, trying to make itself more mysterious and, well, give itself more credit. But, by all means, it does not want to be known. So, it wants to be known enough to where you're interested and curious about it, but not enough to where you actually, you know, investigate. Which seems to be what this being that I was, this entity that I was, well, hunting down was trying to do. But, even though I am not the smartest, I am not the strongest, and, well, I'll admit it, not the bravest. And this entity probably knew that. It made one mistake. It didn't recognize how fucking stubborn I am. Because, goddammit, I'm a stubborn bastard. And if there's a mystery I can solve, I'm gonna solve it. If there is a problem I can face, I'm gonna face it. Because, goddammit, if there's anything I would do in this world, it is try with my 100%. And that is a fact. That's a fact that this entity didn't recognize. And that's what led to its downfall. Was not recognizing that I would give literally anything to understand secrets that I probably shouldn't. And goddammit, I found the secrets. And with me making this rad rant, now you know the secrets too. I've trapped this thing. It wants us to be afraid, it wants us to be curious. But when we know its secrets, there's nothing to fear, there's nothing to be curious about. Because when you know what's going on, well, then you're in control. Then you actually stand a chance. Even if you feel like you're completely and utterly screwed, if you have even a slim understanding of what's going on, maybe, just maybe, you could stand a chance. And this has been a rat rant. And, well, I have been very tired. Covering this story and trying to figure out its mysteries has made me go a little cuckoo, and I can't lie. This has pretty much negatively affected my mental state permanently. But I'm still gonna try to be myself as much as possible. And I don't know what happened to this entity, if it's still around or if it's moved on somewhere else to greener pastures to try to get more, well, you know, curiosity food. But with me releasing this, I'm hoping that if anyone ever has to deal with this again, they know at least what they're dealing with. As for what happened to those other personalities of mine, I'm not sure. They've moved on to somewhere else, and I don't know where, but, well, I hope they're okay. Because sometimes things don't end well. But in the end, all we can do is try our best. And, well, I definitely tried. I hope that with me making this, I at least help someone. And maybe I will, maybe I won't, but that's the idea. All I've ever wanted to do is help people, and, well, even if it's at the expense of my own self, I try to help. I'm gonna go and relax for a little bit. I may post soon, I may post in a month or so, but I want everyone here to know, everyone that watches this video, everyone that reacts to my channel, or everyone that is just passing by, even if you feel like the world is crashing down before you, even if you feel like everything's hopeless, there are some things out there that can help. Knowledge, wisdom, and the will to go on. Because even though you're afraid, even though you're scared, even though you think that there's nothing you can do, you gotta be strong. And that's all I can say. But who am I to say? After all, I am just a kid. Oh yeah, a kid who's 17, gonna turn what, like 18 in like a year or so? Anyway, I would like to wish you all a good night.